Thank you so much for being here for day 2. This theme is really important to us about shining bright because our community is just full of bright, bright stars. I think sometimes we can get caught up and lost in all the arguments, the whirlwind of chaos around us. Yes, things around surgery and hormones and tucking or wearing a binder. Yes, these things are an important part of the trans experience for many people, but they are not what make people trans. Maybe some of us knew from a very young age that we were trans, or maybe you didn't have the vocabulary, but maybe you had an inkling, a sense of it. Sometimes that can then get kind of caught up in quite negative language because of the experiences we've had from the outside world. But today I really invite you to come back to the preciousness of what it means to be trans, that feeling deep inside, which really has nothing to do with the outside world or actually necessarily how we present ourselves. It's something within us. So wherever you are on your journey, we want to remind you that you are trans enough and that you shine bright. So the invitation in this movement is to tune into this sense of shining bright. Let yourself take up space and let yourself shine. Coming onto the mat if you want. I'm gonna stand initially. You're welcome to sit down. Let's send the shoulders back. We're gonna come to a standing cat-cow to start. So, whether we're seated or standing, we're going to inhale and let the heart shine out. And as we exhale, we're going to kind of round through the spine and fold forwards. If we're on the chair, we might even fall over the knees. Inhale, taking up space. And exhale to round the spine. Can you feel the shoulder blades drawing apart? And then as you inhale, draw the shoulder blades together. One more time. Gorgeous. One inhale. And one exhale. Nice. So we'll go through that one more time. I'm going to show on the chair. So make sure you're rooted. If you're on the chair, you want those feet touching the floor. If they don't, just remember that you can pop something under your feet. I've got blocks, but you could use books. But feel free to stay standing if that works better for you. Let's take an inhale all together. Big exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhaling. Last one. Nice, coming on up. So you might like to continue that either on a chair or standing. And I'm also going to share the option to bring yourself down to the mat. So we're coming to all fours. You might like a blanket under the knees, potentially. I'm on carpet, so it's quite cozy already. But if you're on a hard floor, you might want something soft under your knees. Find that setup of the hands spread through the fingers. You've still got the weight kind of coming through the arms, not locking through the elbows. We're still keeping a micro bend in the elbows. And then as we inhale, we'll start to draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, rounding, just like when we're standing, looking back towards the thighs of the belly button. Inhale to shine bright. And exhale. So you're tilting the pelvis one direction, and then tilting the pelvis in the other direction, drawing the shoulder blades together. And then on this last one, we're going to sink back to a child's pose. So bring knees quite wide apart, big toes together, hips sink back towards the heels. And we're coming to rest the forehead on the ground. If we're on the chair, we can fold over our knees. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, it might be that you want to just pop something underneath your forehead. I've got a block here. Could be just a cushion or a book. Make sure there's still space between the shoulders and the ears. And just turning inwards, connecting to that inner world, that place of pure celebration, of pure trans joy. What would it take to celebrate you just a little bit more today? Big inhale and let it go. Nice. Calming back up to your all fours. We're going to come through 3 more rounds of your cat-cow. So find the all fours. We're looking forwards. And then as we exhale, we round. I'm going to come onto the chair. So if you want to stay on the mat, that is absolutely fine. We're coming for 2 more rounds of our cat-cow. And then on our last round, we're coming to our child's pose. So it might be that you fold over your knees if you're on the chair. You might even want to bring something like a cushion underneath your belly so that you can kind of fold over that. Just let the head be comfortable. Making sure you're still stable and rooted if you're on the chair. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Calming on up. Lovely. So this little cat-cow to child's pose sequence is quite a nice one first thing in the morning. You know, if you've been lying down asleep in your bed like horizontal, it's quite nice to kind of get up and move in whatever way feels good in your body, just to start the day with this kind of fresh intention. So let's just come back to your intention now. The intention that you set at the start of these 30 days, and see how that lands in your body right now. Just either closing the eyes or keeping a soft gaze. You can take a seat on the floor if you want. It might be that you come to stand or stay on the chair, or maybe you lie down. Just see how that intention feels, if it's still relevant, if you want to change it. And then repeating it silently to yourself or even out loud. Taking a big inhale. Let it go. Amazing. Taking a little bow inwards, honoring your inner light, that commitment to keep shining bright. Thank you so much for being you, and thank you for being here today.